Hey guys, it's Tina Bain, and I am so glad that you are taking time out of your busy evening because we all have busy evenings. And I really am very happy that you have decided to hop on this event page tonight with us to learn a little bit about what we do as Beachbody coaches. So, what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to introduce myself, give you a little background of me, tell you my story, tell you what actually happened in my life and where I am now, and how Beachbody has been an enabler to help me to get where I am. So we'll kind of go back a little bit. My name is Tina Bain. I am originally from Mississippi. I grew up in a nice sized town, and I went to the University of Mississippi. Now, during my younger years, I had wonderful parents, but my father was overweight. He really was actually obese. He was a smoker. He did quit smoking, but he ended up becoming an adult type 2 diabetic. And he started out with taking a pill. Then he ended up having to, of course, go to insulin because he did not do what the doctor told him. The doctor told him, if you will work out and if you will eat better, you'll lose the weight and you won't have to go on insulin. So, as I watched him suffer and go through the different things that he went through, he ended up having quadruple bypass surgery. I realized that if I wanted a different life than him, because obviously I have his genes and his legacy, then I was going to need to do something different. So, probably around the age of 15, I was a dancer. I took a lot of, I was very active, played lots of sports and everything, but around the age of 15, I really kind of got a little more serious about it. So, I'm going to fast forward just a little bit. I am now out of school and out of college, and I am married, and I'm in my early 20s, and I was asked by the church that I belonged to help organize an aerobic program. I had no idea what I was doing. Actually, Jane Fonda was who led us because that was the only thing that was out there then. And I remember us putting everything together to make that class work. The room was filled. We probably had 50 people in there. And I fell in love with working out. I fell in love with helping other people see the changes that they would go through and that they would have. Now, this was back in, let me see, 1985, 84, 85, because I was 24. And we didn't have, the only home-based businesses at that time, honestly, I think might have been Amway, and maybe there was something else, but really that was really the only one. And they had awful connotations. I thought, I will never, ever do a home-based business. But I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. My major was fashion merchandising, so I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I started, like I said, I started working out, fell in love with it, and I kind of felt like this was in some way my calling. So my husband and I, at the time, we had been married for about 3 years, and we started moving around. So everywhere I moved, I taught fitness classes. I was a coordinator at a couple of gyms. I ended up actually even at the last place before we moved to Georgia, I was an instructor of instructors. So I basically trained people to be instructors. So you know where this whole thing is going. So in November of 2009, I became a Beachbody coach. Honestly, didn't even know what it was. I really didn't. I had not heard of any of the people that taught fitness classes, that taught those programs that they had for sale. And Shakeology actually was just coming out. So it was a very small company at the time. But I thought, you know what? This will be a great way to give me some ideas to use in my fitness classes and a good way to meet people. I can tell you that when I look back, it was the best decision I ever made. I don't even know why I made it, but it was because my plan B, which that was my plan B at the time, was just to make $100 a month, just so I could have some spending money, just so I could go buy a pair of shoes, just so I could help go on our vacations, just so I could help maybe do with renovations. But that plan B became my plan A because 2.5 years ago I became a single parent, and I realized that if I had not had Beachbody, if I had not had this plan B, could I would have had to go back to work, and I would not have been able to stay at home and be with my son, who is now 17. So, what I'm telling you is that I hope tonight, as you go through this event page and you listen to what the other coaches have to say, that you'll really give this some thought, because you were invited here because someone wants you to consider being a Beachbody coach. And I can tell you that there's going to be a lot of information tonight, and we hope you ask questions, because that's what's important about it. There's going to be some fun prizes too, so please ask questions, because that's where the prizes come in. All right, guys, I have more of my story. You may hear some of that as we go along tonight, but thank goodness that Plan B was there so I could turn it into Plan A. I will talk to you guys soon. Have an awesome evening. Enjoy this hour.